The metro tunnels in Fallout 3 are perhaps the greatest example of unintentional horror in gaming, as when you're navigating the Wasteland, you can rely on your situational awareness and resource management to endure, yet as soon as you step below ground, the labyrinthine environment robs you of those tools, as navigation becomes exceedingly more difficult due to Bethesda's strict formula. It creates a disorienting effect if you're under-equipped. Add on top of that, you'll frequently be rushed by ghouls from around the corners, and the V.A.T.S which you might have come to rely on becomes suddenly useless. As by the time you reach the metro, V.A.T.S have probably become your comfort button when you're in critical danger, but the tunnels end up sabotaging the system as you're ganked from angles that make it feel clumsy, or you're overwhelmed by the sheer number of weaker enemies that queuing your shots doesn't relieve any pressure, which turns V.A.T.S from your ultimate power move into a panic button, turning the system you trusted most into something responsible for getting you killed. And that's not even mentioning the litany of traps and mines you'll find strewn about these tunnels. Where above ground you can more easily spot traps and navigate around them, when you're funneled through narrow corridors, a single misstep can set off a chain of explosives you never saw. What this does is change the rules of traps, so that you're forced to tread carefully with every step. Sorry about this, I'm speeding myself up to not waste time, but I've been uploading for over 4 years and have nearly 500 videos on this channel, and I never wanted to do this because I thought it was speaking, but people tell me that this works, but less than 2% of my viewers are subs, so if this is your first video of mine, please consider liking and subscribing. Now, I do want to qualify all of this praise with the fact that it's entirely accidental, as the reason for the Metro's existence is that Bethesda's engine couldn't handle an open, seamless Washington DC. But when you're trapped in this fluorescent-lit catacomb, that feeling of being a competent Wasteland survivor vanishes. And unlike the surface where you can fast travel away if you find yourself lost, Bethesda's ironclad rule of no fast travel indoors forces you to engage with its winding tunnels. See, above ground, the game gives you a clear set of rules to follow in order to get by. Manage your ammo, read the horizon, and you'll probably be fine. But when you're down in Ghoul Town, your sightlines shrink, and your compass becomes more of a vague suggestion rather than a tool, leading to more frequent failures as the environment itself is designed to make your normal skills feel unreliable. And that's where the horror creeps in, as the game feels like it's saying all the skills you built up are useless down here, which is the Metro's most disturbing trick, how they reframe the outside world, because it's still a dead, irradiated wasteland, yet it suddenly feels open, breathable, and almost gentle by comparison. And that emotional flip is the real unintentional genius, because the Metro makes you grateful for a world that is still objectively awful, and redefines what freedom feels like.